Atomic. so many time pass by. Don't know why I'm losing my mind.
Hello, Coma and beloved lurkers. How are you doing? It's Caffeinette here. How is everyone this superb Saturday? I hope well. Let me just put it on the chatting screen. We're not getting straight into it, but we'll get to it soon. Oh my god. Let me check to see how my voice is doing compared to the music. Let me turn down the music. Oh yeah. How's the sound check? Sound check 1 2 1 2. Coma, I trust you. What is the volume of my voice versus the volume of the music right now on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm just drinking some tea, some iced tea. Oh my god. Okay, let me minimize Discord. I don't need Discord right now. I need to focus. I need to focus. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think y'all are gonna love this. Meshitero 3 Foodstuffs of Liberty kind of shit I've got going on right now. We're gonna finish the Meshitero playlist we made from the second time, because I don't even think we're halfway through it, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think we're even halfway done. Let me see what's going on with this. I wish I could expand it without maximizing it. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. There we go. There's the playlist. We got how many videos? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got over 30 minutes worth of videos. And you know what? To be honest, we've run out of videos. That's fine. I've been kind of wanting to play my new mod pack that I got for Minecraft. Bad news. We lost the Minecraft world I've been playing on my Minecraft playthroughs. However, I got even more. It was like 320 for the last mod pack. This one has 406. 406 mods. It's all the mods 8 plus, you know, some others I added on CurseForge. With some nice shaders, it's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be fucking awesome. And we're gonna focus on the cooking mods. I got rid of the dragons. There's still some monsters and other shit, but like, dude, we're gonna have fun with this, I think. Let me just shrink this down a bit. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this back to where it was. There we go. Yeah, baby. Now, this is gonna be a good Meshitero 3. It's gonna be to trilogies as, dude, what trilogy had a really good third act? Fucking the original Star Wars trilogy. Except for the fucking Ewoks. I cannot stand the fucking Ewoks. They were the worst thing in Star Wars until Jar Jar. Lucas cannot do comedic relief characters or lighthearted characters. He does well with like the dark shit, but like, dude, or the action shit, or the like the gunslinger shit, but like, dude, he cannot. No, he either goes too hard into it or not at all. Like, yay, a teddy bear picnic in the middle of my sci-fi epic. What's not to hate? I don't care if that's a hot take. I don't like the Ewoks. And I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. Damn it. Fuck Ewoks. Fuck Ewoks so much. I hate them. As a character base. Like, dude, no. Ewoks. You mean to tell me a giant teddy bear is just like the savior of the rebellion? No. No. Their whole wood trap, fucking log shit was Deus Ex Machina to the worst degree. I don't know. I didn't care for it. I don't care for Ewoks. At all. Well, that's enough of that side tangent. Let's just get into the Meshitero. You know, we're gonna look at the food videos and react. Oh my god. Okay, fuck. Okay, we're turn off the music. Okay, well, all we can do is let me just make sure we're on a good spot with this. Okay, nope, it's a little cut off. Okay, we're gonna... Shit, dude. Okay, this one's a short, but we're gonna make the most of it, I think. Can we, can we just do... Yeah, baby. Make it a little taller. Make it taller. Oh, it goes down regardless. Okay, we're just gonna pull it up. Make it go down some more. Pull it up and make it go down some more. Yeah, buddy. We're gonna do this. We're gonna win. We're gonna win the day, people. It's your victory too, chat. Okay. And once again I thank the lurkers, because I am not talking to myself technically. Because y'all are here. And it makes me feel good about myself a little bit. Okay, we're gonna turn this up. We're gonna turn this up. We're gonna turn this up. Let's see. He's making Dragon Ball pastries. This is Chocolate Cacao is the name of this channel. This guy is a master of fucking pastry. Okay. It's a short, so bear with me. Making like some sort of compote or jelly or, you know, something. Dude. A loving tribute to Akira Toriyama and his creation Dragon Ball. You gotta love it. Dude, I can only dream of... Oh, chocolate Jacond biscuit. Nice! Okay, I guess those are the base of the balls. I know that can be taken out of context. That's kind of why I wanted to say it. If I'm being honest. Oh, mascarpone. Nice. They use that a lot in tiramisu. Let's see. Some sort of puree. Cantaloupe puree, I think. Simple syrup. Dude, he's going so fast. Like, slow down, slugger. Like, I'm not done yet. What? Oh my god, I hope my roommates didn't watch me during that point. I said I toned it down, and I did, but not this moment. Let's see. Oh, these are nice. These are very nice. Okay. Put them in molds, and now he's just like, unmolding them. They're white, currently. And now he's gonna do that orange, kind of like, gloss. Oh, I think it's a mirror glaze. Holy shit, that is next level. There's some white chocolate pellets. And there's the immersion blender. And he's just dipping and dipping. Oh my god, those are glossy. Dude, I want one. And that's a flavor syrup. Maybe pomegranate or strawberry or something. And those are sheets of gelatin. In the US, we got powder gelatin, but in other parts of the world, you can get sheets. Aww. Dude, this is so cool. Dude, the people who see the VOD are in for a treat. Literally, treats. 7 Dragon Ball treats. Man, oh, okay, let's see the cross section. Oh my fucking god, there was a method to his madness. Reference to OG Dragon Ball, I love it. Man's grubbing out ASMR style, mukbang, hell yeah.
It's not so bad. It's more tingly than hot. Enjoy your meal, guys.
Whether it's the jalapenos in your favorite Tex-Mex dishes or piquant traditional curry.
Ooh, weird history spicy food.
Foodies have increasingly come to love spicy meals. If your eyes aren't watering, are you really eating? But many of the commonly held beliefs about spicy foods are either partially or entirely inaccurate. So today, we're going to take a look at some surprising facts about spicy foods. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food Chat. And after that,
You know, I don't know if I believe it or not, but I've heard tell that there's some people somewhere in the United States who think mayonnaise is spicy. And I can't wrap my head around it. Am I being trolled? I don't know. There's no one actively in chat, that's fine, but like, dude, I need to find out, is there anyone who genuinely thinks mayo is spicy? Like, without sriracha or anything in it, just plain mayo. Like, oh man, this potato salad's a little spicy. I better add some raisins to cool it down.
Please leave a comment and let us know what other popular food styles you would like to hear about. Okay, time to turn up the heat. So, first things first, there are 5 basic types of taste: sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami. Spicy isn't one of them, because spicy technically isn't a taste. So what is spicy? Well, according to the National Library of Medicine, the so-called flavor we refer to as spice is actually just a pain signal sent by the nerves that transmit touch and temperature sensations. Yep, spice is basically just the sensation of your mouth being injured. And in foods seasoned with chili, that injury comes from a substance called capsaicin, which causes the dual sensations of pain and heat. When adventurous eaters experience a numb tongue after eating particularly spicy food, it's the body's way of warning them of possible harm. But despite the biological reaction to capsaicin, the only real threat chilies provide is an excessively fiery mouth and throat, heartburn, upset stomach, or an intense experience in the bathroom.
Well, I love ferrets.
If you are a fan of spicy foods, or one of those YouTube shows where famous people struggle to eat hot wings,
My leg's on fire right now!
then you've heard of the Scoville scale. The scale, which measures how hot a food is, was developed by Wilbur Scoville in 1912. And while you might assume he was a chef or some kind of food doctor, in actuality, he was a pharmacist at Park Davis Pharmaceutical Company in Michigan. His job was to find the perfect amount of heat for their pain-killing cream, heat liniment.
To relieve the pain of muscular rheumatism, lumbago, or backache, get heat liniment.
But since capsaicin was the main active ingredient, it was important for the company to know how much of the chemical various peppers held. That way, lab personnel could precisely measure the amount necessary for the perfect pain-relieving product. Forced to rely on taste to determine the heat scale of each variety of pepper, researchers needed a scientifically accurate measurement, or at least something close to one. Scoville decided the best method was to dry the peppers, dissolve a predetermined amount in sugar water, then let a panel of 5 judges take the heat. The amount of sugar needed to conceal the heat produced by each pepper determined its rating on the scale. Of course, technology has improved a tiny bit since 1912, and testing methods for the Scoville scale have evolved. For example, in the 1980s, experts began using high-performance liquid chromatography, which sounds more scientific than Five Guys eating chilies. But while the method is highly accurate, it's also expensive and can take into consideration other factors, such as pepper ripeness or where they were grown. Additionally, each type of pepper is a whole species group, causing further variety in heat and flavor. To make up for these variables,
Here's a little fun fact. In Mexican cuisine, a dried version of a chili is a different chili entirely in the context of the cooking. So, like, a dried jalapeno is along the lines of a chipotle. A dried poblano is an ancho, and so on and so forth. I could be inaccurate in my comparisons, but like once it's dried completely, it's a different chili entirely in the context of Mexican cuisine. Sorry, I just had to cough. So back to the video.
Scoville scale rankings are considered a range instead of a specifically identifiable number. So when the Carolina Reaper's rating of between 1 and 2 million Scoville heat units can't guarantee you a specific number, it does guarantee that you will see gigantic heat Tex-Mex sounds like the name of a G.I. Joe character, but it's actually a fusion of Mexican and American cuisine dating at least as far back as the mid-19th century. Tex-Mex is thought to have evolved from food in San Antonio, Texas, where families would gather in the city square to share home-cooked meals. Some women would also set up booths along San Antonio streets to sell their family's favorite dishes. Over time, these women came to be known as chili queens. Locals and tourists alike could get a plate of carne con chili with a side tortilla for 10 cents. And other stands
That's a deal.
tamales, coffee, and beans. The railroad's 1877 arrival in San Antonio brought
I would
tourists
fuck
and
shit up for a good
opportunities
tamale right now.
from across the country to experience the distinctive local cuisine. Many of those people came on the Texas and Mexican rail line, called the Tex-Mex for short, and the route name eventually became a blanket term for the food riders could buy along the way. Over time, people even referred to Tejanos living in the area as Tex-Mex, establishing the identification for the food they served. Today, patrons visiting a Tex-Mex restaurant expect an array of different different dishes, including things like nachos and burritos and half-price margaritas. But it all started with those single plates of carne con chili served by San Antonio locals centuries ago. Speaking of chili, while cultures worldwide now embrace it to spice up their dishes, the fruit originated in the lowlands of Brazil. And it is a fruit, for the record, so make sure to add it to your next edible arrangement. From there, it spread mostly thanks to birds. Not because they're big into heat challenges, but because they have no mouth receptors to register heat. That means they'll scarf down chili peppers like there's no tomorrow, later excreting them in their droppings. Migration patterns of various bird species spread the seeds throughout the area, allowing for different varieties to thrive depending on the regional climate. When Christopher Columbus visited South America in the late 1400s, he enjoyed chilies so much that he brought specimens back with him to Spain, where we assume he was thrown in prison after scalding the lips of Queen Isabella. From there, the fruit traveled the trade routes to be dispersed throughout the world.
He never set foot in North America. Well, now,
Despite its distinctive
fucking
Asian
Columbus.
influence, sriracha from Huifang Foods is manufactured in the distinctively non-Asian locale of Irwindale, California, which is otherwise known for its rock quarries. Recipes for the mass-produced condiment originated in the small Thai city of Sriracha, which is where the sauce got its name from. And while families throughout the region prepared their own versions for generations, it was Vietnamese American immigrant David Tran who introduced his version of the sauce to the U.S. in the 1980s.
Wait, he should get a doctorate, even an honorary doctorate. He needs an honorary doctorate. So whenever he goes to an event or something, people could just be like, "Here comes Dr. Tran."
Tran's Irwindale-based factory uses peppers grown in Mexico to produce around 3,000 bottles of sauce per hour and 200 tons of sauce per week. So, enough for
Now that's what I call a cultural exchange. Vietnamese man makes a Thai sauce with Mexican chilies in the U.S. Dude, I love it.
a single table of stepfathers at a barbecue. The factory creates so much sriracha it's irritating. Literally.
It is irritating my family and my household.
In 2014, area residents deemed the facility a public nuisance. According to their claims, the air was contaminated with so much chili that locals were developing nosebleeds and breathing problems. Still, it's not just the aromas wafting from the factory that has caused stores to keep sriracha off their shelves. Over the years, Huifang Foods has experienced 2 sriracha shortages caused by excessively warm and dry growing seasons in Mexico. And in April 2023, the Los Angeles Times reported that the year might see another decline in sriracha availability. So that's probably good news for the rock warriors of Irwindale.
Yeah, we already learned this.
In the Western world, curry is synonymous with Indian cuisine, but the flavorful spice actually comes to us from the same people that gave the world Paddington Bear and colonialism, the British. As settlers made their way from the UK to India to settle under the British Empire, they grew to love local dishes like Rogan Josh, dopiaza, and korma. Brits combined the numerous flavor profiles to create one single spice, curry powder. The mix usually contains things like coriander, cumin, cardamom, cinnamon, and some other things that don't start with the letter C, like fennel, mace, turmeric, ginger, and garlic. These spices have been a part of local cuisine in the area for somewhere in the neighborhood of 4,000 years, which makes them roughly as old as the concept of writing. These Indian-based and British-altered recipes eventually made their way back to the UK, and cookbooks adopted the spice.
See, I just said this.
When you hear the word Chipotle, you might think of that place that serves giant leaky burritos. Or you might even think of the pepper. Yet despite having their own name as a pepper variety, Chipotle peppers are a man-made invention. They're created from a process of smoking and drying jalapeno peppers. And it feels so deceived. The jalapeno can either be smoked whole or sliced in half and de-seeded, although whole peppers carry a spicier punch.
Yes!
The jalapenos go into a smoker filled with wood chips and set at low heat for 48 hours. The drier the peppers become, the more flavor they retain. From there, they can be rehydrated and chopped or ground into a powder to flavor foods. Or to blow into your opponent's eyes during a wrestling match.
To the face!
Over the past decade, former Frito-Lay employee Richard Montanez has inspired crowds with his motivational story of how he went from being the company's janitor to the vice president after creating the flaming hot Cheetos. According to Montanez, he outmaneuvered corporate opposition and ambitiously presented his life-changing idea of Cheetos that make your mouth hurt to Frito-Lay's CEO Roger Enrique. investigations by multiple credible news outlets and interviews provided by other Frito-Lay employees, it's not true. Frito-Lay
Aww.
executives, along with others who worked for the company at the time Flaming Hot Cheetos were being created, say the mixture was actually first made by the spice company McCormick, who pitched it to Frito-Lay in 1989. The team that developed the product was then managed by a woman named Lynn Greenfeld. While some executives did recall Montana's pitching a similar product, they said he did it in 1992, long after Flamin' Hot had been developed and its name trademarked. Hailing from Japan, wasabi peas are dried peas coated in layers of real or imitation wasabi, hence the name. They're basically just legumes with few added ingredients, so some nutritionists and spicy food lovers consider them a healthy alternative to junk foods. However, the sinus-clearing snack does have a few drawbacks. For example, 1 ounce usually contains around 130 calories, making it easy to accidentally ingest enough to be considered a meal for those who can handle the heat. Another drawback is that the dried green peas don't carry much nutritional value on their own, and some people who can stomach more than a handful of the spicy snack warn that wasabi peas can temporarily harm the taste buds.
Oh no!
It's tasting bland and unappetizing for days afterward.
Holy shit.
Every food except wasabi peas. Initially sold in the UK before the fiery snack made its 1971 US debut, Andy Capp's hot fries were inspired by a popular British cartoon character. Popular? Really? Well, I guess he did get some hot fries named after him. The Spicy Chips mascot made his debut in the comics section of British papers way back in 1957. Andy Capp, a perpetual barfly who regularly got into fistfights with his nagging wife, seems like an odd choice for a brand ambassador. Even the strip's creator, Reg Smythe, later admitted regret over his character's mistreatment of his wife, Florrie. But someone evidently decided that Andy Capp's love for beer and chips, which is the British term for french fries, made him the
You don't
ideal
say.
candidate for these fry-shaped alternatives to snack chips. And the rest is accidental purchase from a vending machine history. So what do you think? How spicy do you like it? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're at it, check out some of these other Weird History Food videos.
Oh, it's another chocolate cacao! What are we watching? What are we doing? What's going on? Trying to figure it out. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's the chocolate opera cake! The king of chocolate cake! Subscribe to his channel. You see what the man said. It's right here. Right here. Subscribe to the channel, please. He said please. Damn it. This time we will make opera, the king of chocolate cakes. That's what he says in the subtitles. First we will bake the biscuit jacquard. See, he sifts his flour like a boss. They're dead. I love this. Making the biscuit. And that's a nice meringue. There we go. Putting it into the batter for the jacquard biscuit. He's cutting it in. He's folding. He's folding. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. What is he adding now? Is that powdered sugar, maybe? He's already added flour. Maybe he's adding more flour? I don't know. No, it's not flour. Butter. Melted unsalted butter. Roll cake pan. Okay, and this is just the chican biscuit. Oh my god. Why am I not reacting? What the fuck? Oh my god. 428 Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. That cooks quick, dude. Look at that shit, yo. Oh my god. Flip it. Give it a little flip-de-doo. Beautimous. Make another one. We'll use the pieces of biscuit dough for the 100 by 210 Cicero. I think he means centimeters. Because, yeah, it's like 40 centimeters. I can't do math with conversions with my crazy country's freedom units. It's got a nice parter gloss. Glossy chocolate, basically. Yeah, there we go. Apply the parter gloss. Yeah, there we go. Just cutting off the edges with it. Make the coffee syrup to soak the biscuit. Love making syrups. Oh my god. Dude, I love it. Dude, I can make a coffee soda. I have the soda stream. Well, my roommates do, and they don't use it, so. There's still plenty of CO2 left. Might make a little, spiced coffee soda. Yeah. Later on, though. I'm in no rush. So I'm not in any position to do that right now. Okay, cool. Let it soak for about 70 grams per biscuit. Love this. Coffee buttercream. Oh my god. Chat, I think I gained 2 pounds just reading that. Oh my god. It's like butter. 120 grams. That's like, a 1/10 of a pound. Like, dude. Make a pate with Bombay and eggs and syrup. (115 Celsius). It's like almost, or approximately 200 Fahrenheit, 230 Fahrenheit. I think. Okay, I could be wrong. I'm not the one making this, dude. Okay. Oh my god, that is creamy dreamy, dude. I don't use all the finished pate à bomb, just 110 grams. Okay. I'm gonna butter it up. Dude, you know, if you just measure, well, I guess in some instances it's better to make extra, just so you don't, like, have a shortage due to, like, evaporation or whatever. I don't know. Coffee, instant coffee powder and water. Okay, we're gonna mix that in the pate. A little more. Don't need to use all of it. Oh my god, that is lovely. That is a lovely buttercream. smooth. And then he's got the other biscuit, which I'm sure he's gonna soak with the coffee syrup. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna do that as well. I feel like one of the announcers from the original Japanese Iron Chef. Sano-san. Yes? He's brushing the pastry with coffee syrup. Yes, I can see that. Oh, and now there's gonna be a ganache? Holy shit. What is that? Sweet chocolate, 55% cacao. Okay. Dude, Okay, I'm gonna be honest, okay. Some chocolate is really hard, so I feel like it would just, like, fuck up the blade of the knife. In this instance, I feel like it would be better just to pulse it in a food processor or something like that. Just like it's like the knife is crying for help. That's my only gripe. My literal only gripe. Ah, and he's scraping the blade against the surface of the counter. Oh my god. Ah. Never do that to my knives. But then again, he ain't me and I ain't him. So I can't complain too much. Heavy cream, 42% fat. He's making chalky milk! And it's thick. Haha. Melt butter in it. Should be about 1 to 3 millimeters thin. Dude, this is beautiful. Now he's adding another biscuit! Oh my god. I'm a bust. Bust. I don't know why I said bust. I'm finna bust! Ugh. Okay, right. Yeah. Man. The last coffee buttercream is thin and hardened in the refrigerator. Okay. Okay. I see you, chocolate cacao. Glaze. Oh my god, he's got the gelatin sheets yet again, ladies and gentlemen and NB friends. Ah, okay, that hurts. Dude, that is not ASMR. That was not his fault, but like, dude, it's just like... that scrungly noise, dude. Granulated sugar, cocoa powder, water. Okay. Mixed with the gelatin. Okay, cool. Water. Okay. Add the cream and bring back to a boil again. He's tempering that chocolate. It's got the gelatin sheets. Wring it out, baby. Dry it out with a paper towel. Now he's putting it in the chocolate to melt. And then it will make a nice demi-glace. A ganache, so to speak. A glaze. Yeah, I like that. And everyone liked that, I'm assuming. Yes. Oh my god. Unmold cake and adjust. He's got it to temperature. He's got an infrared temperature gun. That is just satisfying. Oh, baby. After applying the glaze, let it harden in the refrigerator. Oh yeah, and you definitely want to save that. That is black gold, and I ain't talking crude. Cutting off the edges just so it has that nice, like, stratera kind of going thing. That, like, that stratiosis, that stratiovera, that, those layers, my dude. Mark out and cut the pieces to 30 millimeters wide. Oh. Dude. Dude. I bet he has a hot significant other. Somewhere. Like, there is no one who can make sweets this beautiful. Who's just forever alone, dude. Dude. Bro. And here's his signature move. His mark, his brand. Honey cacao sprinkle. Emoticon. Nice cacao! Bon appetit. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh my god. I need a towel for that. Jesus. Coffee and chocolate bitterness are a solid match. Yep. Coffee buttercream is really delicious and a strong presence in it. Yo, coffee brings out the flavor in chocolate. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Doop. And he's got notes. He's got some notes. So, pate a bomb going to try freezing the excess to make ice cream. I don't think it's gonna work, dude. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. I never watched this part, so... Put it in the freezer for about 8 hours. But what? Oh, it's so soft. Okay, he made, a mousse kind of thing. Oh. Oh. Too sweet. Better not to eat as is. Well, you did anyway. It was an interesting experiment. Well, you know, I applaud you. Chocolate cacao. Okay, dude, what is going on in the Discord right now? Huh? Liquor. Oh, a friend of mine has liquor. I'm not impressed. I mean, like, dude. Is that Midori? Oh, no. Food Wars! Chicken Fried Bear!
Hello there, welcome back to another episode of Anime with Alvin. Today, I'll be making the fried bear from Food Wars two ways. One of them will be the main character's dish, and the other one will be his opponent's. Things are about to get pretty intense, so, in classic anime fashion, we're going to start with the opponent's dish first. I have here legally sourced bear meat. We're starting with bear ribs and bear kebab meat, which is probably cut up sirloin. Taking the meat off the ribs, cutting up the fat and the kebab meat into nice little chunks, and throwing them in a 450-degree oven to roast them for about 30 minutes until they get nice and brown. The roasted bear bones and meat are actually for a bear gravy, so we're going to add these golden brown chunks into a large pot along with 2 cut onions, 3 large carrots, a head of half garlic, a couple slices
I
of
love
ginger,
Alvin.
a tablespoon of black peppercorns, and 2 bay leaves.
Alvin Zhu has his own YouTube channel, by the way. He doesn't update it a lot, but he does some crazy good shit. Like a 100-hour lasagna. Check out Alvin Zhu and the Babish Culinary Universe. They're worth a watch.
Followed by a generous helping of water, just enough to cover everything. I'm now going to let this simmer for about 4 hours until the meat is tender and all the flavors had time to infuse. We got a lot of work to do. Now for the main part of the opponent's dish, chicken fried bear. I have here New York steak cut from bear, so New York bear, which sounds both cool and intimidating at the same time. After taking a meat mallet and pounding up each steak with bear using saran wrap as a cushion, I'm cutting them into smaller, more manageable chunks. It smells really intense, so we gotta do something about that. As the opponent cleverly does in the show, he makes a garlic onion puree, cutting up 1 white onion into chunks, but not frying like I always do, 8 cloves of garlic, a couple slices of ginger, a teaspoon of kosher salt, and some black pepper. These all go in the food processor and pureed until smooth. The idea is that the intense aromatics and flavors of this paste will go to war with the flavors from the bear, and hopefully win. So I'm giving our steaks a nice ginger garlic onion bath, and letting this marinate for about a day or so. After the 4 hours are up, it's time to check in on our stock and strain it. I like to press all the flavor and juices juices from all the sediment and the meat and the vegetables just to get everything in there. And to my pleasant surprise, this smells like chicken noodle soup. No detection of gaminess whatsoever, so I'd wager to say things are looking pretty good right now. The opponent also uses his secret Cajun spice mix. So after locating the teaspoon measure, I'm combining a tablespoon of paprika, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, a teaspoon of dried oregano, a teaspoon of dried thyme, and half a teaspoon of cayenne. I'm officially done with this teaspoon. Tiny whisk everything together, and we have our own Cajun spice blend. Another technique the opponent uses is crush of juniper berries as a seasoning. This apparently also combats the gaminess and adds an aromatic note, so that's what we're doing, the mortal and pestle. Mortal, not mortal. I'm now going to start with the main character's dish. These are Shisandra berries. Shisandra berries are also known as a 5-flavor fruit, used widely in medicinal and herbal cuisine throughout Asia. The main character steeps these berries in sake, which apparently brings out their essential oils and flavors, heightening the effectiveness. I will do the same. Let them hang out for a few hours. Alright, now bear with me as we do some multitasking. Another good one. In the middle, I'm reducing 3 cups of that bear stock down to 1 cup. On the right, I'm sauteing some onions and garlic in some butter. On the left, I'm slowly caramelizing honey, but not just any kind of honey, a more cork tree honey, which the main character specifically uses for its slightly bitter undertones, as normal honey would be just too sweet. It's a lot to keep an eye on. Managing 3 pans is not easy. After the honey is caramelized for an extra hint of bitterness, I'm adding in balsamic vinegar to thin it out. This apparently helps counter the sweetness by adding acidity. After the stock is reduced and the onions are a nice golden brown, we're combining all 3 of these pans into one vessel. Even though the main character doesn't do this, I'm immersion blending this because I think it'll make a better consistency and enhance the flavor as well. After adding in a couple of pinches of kosher salt, I'm now adding in those sake-steeped Shisandra berries from earlier. Now there's a lot of stuff in this sauce, so it's time for quality control. It's a little too sweet, so I'm adding a splash of balsamic. This tastes quite strong, but delicious. But we'll have to see if this sauce can
You got some on your
to
chin
the main
there.
portion of the main character's dish, a bear minchikatsu. Minchikatsu is a common dish found in Japan, which is made with the seasoned ground meat mixture breaded in panko and fried. So to start, I'm making my own ground bear, the same way I make my own ground beef for a burger. I'm starting by cutting up chunks of short rib and brisket, about 2 pounds of each, into small chunks, and putting them on a tray, setting them in the freezer until they're mildly frozen. This is a technique that I use because I don't have a meat grinder at home, so I like to do this with a food processor. I now wish I had a meat grinder at home. Good thing we're not at my house, because the bad machine does have a meat grinder. Kendall has lovingly prepared the meat grinder for me by freezing its components. If both the meat and the parts are cold, nothing's going to stick, everything's going to come out smooth, and all will be right. And remember, if you're not having fun when you're cooking, you're just making food. The main character also uses ground up Shisandra berries in the minchikatsu itself. So we're just going to chop up a couple of those pretty roughly, transfer our freshly ground bear into a large bowl, and start mixing. Additions to this minchikatsu include 1 egg, those beautiful sauteed onions from earlier, a splash of bear stock, Kendall, 4 tablespoons of panko breadcrumbs, and a teaspoon of that ground Shisandra from earlier. Give the meat a good old rub. A meat mix. And these are now ready to be shaped into patties. I like to use a little bit of oil on my hands just to make sure that it doesn't stick. I'm shaping these into burger-sized patties, like the size you want them if you're really hungry. After we've done all we can do, these now go to set in the fridge. Covered, of course. While those go chill for a bit, I'm going to finish the opponent's bear gravy. First, I'm rendering some bear fat trimmings from earlier, about 3 tablespoons or so. Then I'm adding in 3 tablespoons of flour, making a bear roux. Once the roux has reached a bear-like color, I'm going to pour in half a cup of that bear stock from earlier, whisking the whole time. Once the stock is incorporated, I'm slowly adding in about a cup of milk, again, whisking the whole time. It's kind of like playing whack-a-mole with lumps. If you see any forming, you beat the bear out of them. To season, we're going to use about a teaspoon of the Cajun spice blend, along with half a teaspoon of ground juniper berries and kosher salt. Once everybody in there is good and happy, we're going to let this set aside until we're ready to serve. I'm now going to start frying the opponent's dish. To make the frying batter, I'm combining a 1/4 cup of cornstarch with 2 teaspoons of the Cajun spice blend, along with 2 eggs, and a splash of water to get the consistency I want. Now we're moving to the stove, where I have the oil heated to 350 degrees. Now remember, these bear steak chunks have been marinating in that ginger garlic paste for about a day, and after a quick skinny dip in the batter, they're going to take a full plunge into this hot oil until golden brown and crispy. About a few minutes. I'm not sure if this is the actual way to do a chicken fried meat, but the opponent in the show seems to know what he's doing, so I will do my best as well. After the chicken fried bear cutlets drain and rest on the rack, it's time to plate them up. A little bit of lettuce for presentation, 2 of these cutlets, and a ramekin of that bear gravy from earlier. And there you have it, the chicken fried bear from Food Wars, marinated heavily in ginger garlic and onion, seasoned with Cajun spice and juniper berries, served with a bear gravy. Here goes nothing. I don't taste bear. I honestly don't taste meat at all. That ginger garlic onion paste really did its job in taming that bear. I can only taste flavors from that paste. Kind of tastes like dumplings. The creaminess of the gravy offsets the pungency of the garlic and the onion. But how will the main characters turn out? Now that our minced bear patties have been chilled, it's time to give them a nice breading jacket. This is a very traditional setup of flour, eggs, and panko breadcrumbs. Each patty spends a few seconds in each bath, and after all our patties have been encrusted, we go again. 350-degree oil, a couple minutes until the outside is beautiful golden brown and crispy. After a quick rest and a quick drain, we're plating up again. And I present to you
That
the
looks
main
good.
character's fried bear minchikatsu.
Last one looked
served
good,
with a
honestly.
caramelized honey, balsamic vinegar, and shisandra berry sauce. Here's how it looks with the sauce slowly draped on top.
That's
Now
beautiful.
for the taste. This one has a lot going on. I feel like I'm getting punched in the face by a bear. But immediately afterwards, 3 pretty girls named Honey, Balsamic, and Shisandra are caressing my cheeks and giving me a hug. Which makes sense because in the show, the main character actually does not try to tame the bear. He actually wants to let the bear out. I gotta hand it to the main character. Whether it's plot armor, pure skill, or good writing, his dishes slap pretty hard. Sometimes hard enough to make her clothes explode.
I will say, Food Wars is my #1 favorite shonen series of all time, but not because of the clothing explosions or the very koomy visual metaphors. I love the recipes, honestly. And the characters got charm, so there you go. All the characters, you know? Like, dude. Dude, if it wasn't for Food Wars, I never would have made a salmon kulibiak. Oh, we got another chocolate cacao. What are we doing here? Ooh, matcha pastry. Yay. Matcha tigre. Ooh, matcha Kyoto. The matcha. Make a rich dough with premium matcha. Oh my god. I love matcha flavored sweets. Adzuki beans? I thought those were chocolate chips. Oh, they're also chocolate chips. Okay, that makes sense. Like, sweet red beans are pretty good, yeah. Like, if you ever had sweet red bean paste ice cream, that stuff slaps. Gonna adjust the workspace here. Smart thinking, the aluminum foil so it doesn't burn. Still a little browned, but like at least it's still green. Put in the refrigerator for 24 hours. Matcha marble ganache. White chocolate matcha is really good. Yo, so sometimes on occasions I'll make these white chocolate matcha green tea brownies. Make them thick too, so I can serve them with a scoop of sorbet on top. Either mango or raspberry flavor. It's not bad. Can never find the mango most of the year though. So it's usually raspberry. Oh, that's where the tea gray part comes from, because it's like tiger stripes. Refrigerator for 24 hours. Oh, those are lovely. He's gonna do it with matcha this time. What a twist! Just do it! Adding matcha sprinkle. It's not gonna make it better though. I see you. Oh my god, that is nice. Gosh. This moist and smooth dough and ganache unravel in your mouth. Dude. Tasty. Tasty tea gray. May the cacao be with you. May the 4th be with you. It's Star Wars Day. Holy shit, I almost forgot. Oh, Matcha Kyoto has a global website. How nice. Too bad that the promotion crossover is over. Damn. It's an older video. It's from like last year, I think, or the year before. Whew.
ご賞味あれ。丈一郎特製こってりラーメンだ。
I was really hoping my hair would be long enough for this.
Yo, it's Chef PK yet again.
First thing we're going to do is start off with making our broth. Now, this is a vegan broth, so this is actually going to be relatively easy to make. We're going to start off with 4 dried shiitake mushrooms and about 3 pieces of large kombu. I like to let this soak for about 2 to 3 hours before we get started. And once you have it soaked, we're going to place this over the stove over about a medium heat. The reason why you want this over a medium heat is because you don't actually want to boil out this kombu. Once you see some bubbles start to form, this is going to take about 15 to 20 minutes depending on how much liquid. You remove the kombu and then actually bring that liquid to a simmer with the mushrooms for an additional 30 minutes. Now to thicken the broth, we're going to actually be using ebitaro, which they mentioned specifically. This is kind of interesting because ebitaro is actually full of starch and it allows us to thicken this soup. We also do need some ginger and some garlic for this, and we're only going to be using a few cloves of garlic and a few small nubs of ginger. You want to make sure that your ginger and your garlic is finely minced, just because we are going to incorporate this in the soup, and if the pieces are too big, you're going to end up with weird bits of large ginger and garlic. I mean, unless that's your thing, and then you do you. Now remove all those mushrooms from your stock, and you can save these mushrooms if you would like for something later to throw into a stir fry or something like that.
I've only made one ramen broth in my entire life. It was not vegan.
To sear off some of the miso, because they had mentioned that it was kind of a charred miso flavor, which will give it this really nice nuttiness. But over just kind of a medium heat, you want to start charring off some white miso, and be careful because it will start to burn. Take your charred miso and place that into your dashi along with 1 tablespoon of garlic and 1 tablespoon worth of ginger, reserving some of the fresh stuff for later. Give this a good spooning so that way it is totally spooned, and then after that we're going to add in about 1 cup worth of soy milk. Make sure you're using the unsweetened stuff. You don't want sweetened soy milk for this. And now we just have to let this come up to a simmer while we make hand puppets again on camera. I don't know why I do this every single video. I swear it's every video. While this is coming up to a simmer, we're going to start to grate all of that ebitaro directly into our stock. Be careful when you're doing this because that ebitaro is super slippery. And I would recommend using some kind of a guard if you have one to start shredding this stuff. Make sure you get all of the good out of the inside of that grater because you do want to make sure that you get the full amount of that taro into your stock. As this starts to come up to a simmer, you want to make sure that you're constantly whisking it so none of that taro sits at the bottom. If it does have a chance of burning, and you really don't want that flavor in this. We're going to let this simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes until it's nice and thick. Now to make our noodles. Yes, we are making our own yuzu noodles. For this, we're going to start with 300 grams of all-purpose flour and 200 grams of bread flour, followed by 5 grams worth of salt. Now we're going to take 250 grams worth of water and add 5 grams worth of potassium carbonate. This is going to give it that really, really nice stringy texture and that really nice chewiness you would find in ramen noodles. I like to add this potassium straight to the water so that way it can dilute just a little bit better. Now we also need to add some yuzu extract. For this, we are using about 50 grams worth of yuzu extract. Alternatively, you can use something like citric acid, but I don't recommend using that as much. First, we're going to add in our water and kind of give this just a little bit of a mix with a wooden spoon. Don't use your hands right away because that potassium carbonate can kind of mess with your fingers. Once you slowly stir in the water, add in all of your yuzu juice and continue to mix this with your wooden spoon until you get this kind of clumpy, shaggy looking mess of a dough ball. This is going to take about 5 to 6 minutes before you start to see all of that liquid absorb. Once you can't really stir this with a spoon anymore, like you can see here, this is when we're actually going to start using our hands to start forming a cohesive dough. I end up folding this first part of the dough for about 10 to 15 minutes until it is no longer tacky. There must have been something interesting going on with that yuzu juice because it was tacky for quite a while, so I ended up touching it up with just a little more AP flour until I can get a nice shininess to the dough. After your dough is nice and cohesive, dust it with just a touch of flour, and then we're going to throw a lid on this to let rest for about an hour before we do another process. Don't let this sit anywhere too warm because it's going to affect the dough in a negative way. I just kept this at room temperature. Now after that hour, we're going to start folding this guy. On a floured surface, we're going to go ahead and roll out this dough so we can actually fold this into a couple of parts. With your rolling pin, roll this out and move the bowl, dude. You need room for this stuff. After giving this a nice whiff and smelling all of the yuzu, we're going to fold this over. You want to make sure the dough is only about a 1/4 inch in thickness before you start folding this over. Once it's folded over, give it a little sprinkle with some flour, and we're going to roll this out one more time to about a 1/4 inch thickness. This is going to allow us to fold it over for a second time before we actually allow this to rest. During this entire process, the dough is going to get harder and harder to work with, and you don't want to force it if that's the case. But after we roll everything out and fold it over, we have a nice little plump boy of dough, and we're going to let this rest for another hour before we finally finish making our noodles. So now after that little hour of relaxation, it's time to pound the dough. Yes, I wasn't going there. Go ahead and roll your dough out into manageable pieces, and for me, manageable was about 6 equal portions, as you'll see in just a minute. You want to make sure that you're able to roll this out to at least a 1/4 inch, so that way you can get it through your pasta machine. And I've never used an automatic pasta machine before, and I was really excited to use it, and I quickly learned that I failed very easily. After cutting the dough down just a little bit more, I was able to get this through, and I noticed with this dough in particular, since it is ramen dough, I had to have the speed up just a little bit higher, as you can see from this mangly, gangly mess of a noodle that we had made. You do want to keep these super dry because there is a high moisture content in these, and that had a lot to do with why it didn't go through my pasta machine very well, but after a little bit of trial and error, I feel like we were able to nail this one. You can place these on a sheet tray with a little bit of flour to cool down for just a bit, but I was able to make this come out really, really nice, and I was super happy with the end result. I kept the pasta machine maker on high speed, so that way it would cut the noodles very quickly, and I was able to get all of these beautiful nests of yuzu ramen noodles. I went ahead and left these in the fridge just so that way we can use them later. So now for that little bit of chili oil they mentioned earlier. They didn't really give any specifics, but I'm going to be using a little bit of Szechuan peppercorn for this to start because I love the flavor, and you do you. We're grinding about 2 tablespoons worth of the Szechuan peppercorns before we actually heat up some oil separately. Now we're not toasting the Szechuan peppercorns because what we're going to be doing with the oil is actually steeping it in the warm oil instead. Remember some of that fresh garlic and ginger? Yeah, we're going to be adding in 1 tablespoon worth of each to this, followed by about a ½ teaspoon worth of cayenne pepper. Once your oil is ready to go, drop in 1 little piece of garlic or ginger, and if it starts frying up, it's just a little bit too warm. Let it cool down until a nicer temperature, and then dump all of that oil in there, give it a nice stir, and realize that it's not as red as you would like, so we're going to add in about 1 tablespoon worth of paprika. Once you have your paprika in there, we're going to let this just hang out and steep and get delicious. Now we gotta work on a little bit of our vegetable, and for that we're gonna be using burdock and a little bit of lotus root. We're only gonna need about half of each of these, not too much, and that's honestly totally up to you, but you do wanna make sure that they're nice and peeled before we really begin the rest of the process. Once they're peeled, we gotta get these super thin, and if you're using a knife, just make sure it's super sharp. You want these at about 1/8 of an inch thick. Any thicker than that, and they're actually not gonna deep fry properly. Now for the burdock, I had a harder time with this, and I tried using my peeler by pressing into it pretty hard, and I was able to get some strips out of it. I did also try to use my box grater because it has this little attachment on the side, but that just ended up being too thick. Alternatively, if you have a mandolin, which I really do need to purchase, you can use that instead. Now drop these in some oil to start frying them up, and realize that your oil is far too hot to do this, and yeah, we don't want those. Let your oil cool down just a little bit to about 350 degrees, and fry these for only about 10 to 15 seconds until they're nice and G-bad. As soon as you pull them out of the fryer, season them. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to season them later. Now we're going to do the same thing with the lotus root. Lotus root does fry up for a little bit longer, but no more than about 30 to 45 seconds, just until they're G-bad as well. Now remember, you do want to season these as well right out of the fryer, otherwise it's not going to make sense later. And there we have our beautiful golden deliciousness. Now we also have to get some roasted vegetables ready, and for this we're going to be using some fresh carrot, just nicely peeled, nothing too crazy, and slice these into about 1/4 of an inch thickness. The quantity is totally up to you, but I'm only using about a ½ a carrot. We're also going to be using a little bit of fresh turnip. I probably should have peeled this ahead of time with my peeler instead of my knife, but I digress. Now we are going to slice these into wedges, and the wedges don't need to be too thick, about a ½ an inch thickness at the actual fatter part of your wedge. We're going to season our carrots with salt, oil, and pepper. Give this a good toss and make sure that you just get carrots everywhere. Just get them all over the place, because otherwise, without floor seasoning, it's not going to make sense. Now line up your seasoned carrots onto a nice little grilling dish. I'm just using a little baking dish because I'm going to throw these in my toaster oven. Do the same thing with your turnips and get these ready to roast off. We're going to roast these off at 350 for about 15 minutes until they're nice and tender. And now for the tempeh. This is our protein for the dish, and this is a fermented soybean that has a ton of nutrition behind it. We're going to start off by slicing this into smaller squares to work with because it's going to sit really nicely on the ramen. I cut these to about 1/4 of an inch of thickness, so that way when we go ahead and slice it, we're going to be able to soak this in our sauce of choice. Get everything sliced up and place this onto a plate, and realize that the plate just isn't big enough for what we need, and dump this into a bowl or something else. We're going to add in a little bit of homemade teriyaki sauce, which is soy sauce, sesame oil, sake, mirin, and rice vinegar. Recipe down below for that. Once you get that soaked up, we're going to let this sit for about 10 to 15 minutes before we start frying it. Use a saute pan over a medium heat. Nothing too hot, because if you have it too hot, this tempeh can burn very easily. The reason for that is the sugars in that special teriyaki sauce we made. After about 4 or 5 minutes of cooking each side, we're going to go ahead and flip each one, and you can see that there is a little bit too much color, but it's not going to impact the taste too hard. Dump the rest of your sauce right on top with an equal amount of water. The reason why you want to do this is so that way you can heat up the tempeh all the way through, and it's actually going to soak up a lot of that sauce. You can see how the color has changed so much from adding in that sauce. Turn off the heat and remove all of your tempeh and place them into whatever
Looks
dish
like a
you're using,
vegetarian
and then
spam.
drop all of that extra sauce right on top. This is ready to go for our plate up. Now it's time for our plate up, and for this, we're going to need a nice sized bowl. Just make sure that the bowl is clean, you know? It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Take 1 portion of your ramen noodles and drop this into crazy boiling water. It should be boiling the whole time. Unfortunately, my stove doesn't get that hot, but just make sure it's boiling. We're going to be cooking this for about 90 seconds, but checking it at about 60 just to make sure it's done. After about 90 seconds, remove your fresh cooked yuzu ramen from that water in the most roundabout way possible, and move this back over to your cutting board. Realize that your bowl is just a little bit too big, and grab a smaller bowl, dump your noodles in that, and then place 2 pieces of your tempeh on top, followed by 2 pieces of your turnips and 2 pieces of your roasted carrots. Arrange this however you want, but I think having the tempeh up front looks really nice. Now we're going to add in some of our secret vegan soy broth right on top to kind of fill everything up. The reason why I assembled it like that is because I wanted some of that flavor on top of everything. Now garnish it with your fried lotus root and your fried burdock. Hit this with just a touch of that beautiful red chili oil, or a lot depending on how much you really want, but I just did a touch because it looks really pretty. And there you have it, Saiba's breakfast vegan ramen from Food Wars. It's really good, guys. There it is, guys. Saiba's breakfast special rich ramen. What was it called? Something weird. Now the kicker is to really try to make those yuzu noodles, simply because that's what they had mentioned. I wouldn't recommend really cooking like regular ramen noodles in yuzu juice with water, because the acidity is going to be weird in that actual water as you're boiling. Instead, you want that yuzu flavor to come directly from the noodle itself and not really from water. So the first thing I really want to do is try this broth. It looks really rich. Like, what's really neat about using the taro to thicken it is that it looks really, really rich, and it almost has that same tonkatsu-like consistency from the taro and the soy milk. And then the chili oil on there? Wow. I did not expect. It's so weird because you do taste the soy milk, but it doesn't leave like a film on your tongue. Ooh, that's good. That's really nice. Let's see how it is with the noodles. My first time making ramen noodles, especially with yuzu juice. There it is. You get a little bit of the yuzu. I honestly think, as I was making this, I probably would have been better off trying to make my own yuzu powder. But they still have a bite to them. They're still tender. These are good. I'm really happy with these. And then for the teriyaki tempeh, it has a nice kind of caramelized flavor to it from that soy sauce and that teriyaki sauce. Then you have our roasted turnips. Perfect. And our roasted carrots. Nice and al dente. And there's our lotus root. Let's see if you can still get a crunch. Oh yeah, that little bit of textural difference is really, really nice with everything. Let me know what your favorite style of ramen is. Mine is still shoyu style ramen, and I will probably never, ever, ever change that. Hit up my Patreon to really support the channel. Get yourself a bunch of extra goodies. My name's Chef PK. Get subscribed, and remember, keep playing through. This.
Love this track.
This is what's gonna make Tony the Tiger a crack, because otherwise he'll come haunt you in your dreams.
Oh no,
Like,
not
1, 2, Tony's coming for you.
Tony the Tiger.
What up, bitch? It's your boy Josh, aka the Food Roomba, aka Big Prune Poppy, aka Chester Cheetah's estate planning lawyer. I passed the California bar exam for this. And it's that time again. Time to take two iconic snacks, smash them together, and see if we can create a beautiful snack bake. Now we asked you which two snacks you want to see smashed together, and you said... We asked you which two snacks you want to see smashed together, and you said...
Flamin' Hot Cheetos and Frosted Flakes.
Will this new snack be a smash? Find out, because this is Snack Smash. Well, the people have demanded.
I can't believe it.
Against all odds, the people have demanded that we turn breakfast cereal Flamin' Hot, which is a really cool idea because we talked about savory cereal before on the podcast on Hot Dogs and Sandwich out every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcasts. And I'm in love with that idea. Give it.
Just smell it.
Oh god, I need it. You just suck on them. We've done Flamin' Hot seasoning before, but we've continued to refine this recipe over the years. We're gonna actually publish the written recipe for this down here because people have been asking us like, how do you make, Flamin' Hot bagels?
Mac and cheese.
Flamin' Hot bubble bath.
Imagine this, a bath bomb, but inside there's a little cube of cream cheese, and then in the cream cheese is a little piece of salmon, and wrapped around the salmon is a caper.
So we need 5 tablespoons of this.
That's a lot of cayenne.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, Nicole, we have refined this. I've sucked on thousands of Cheetos. I've sucked on more Cheetos than you could possibly imagine. I have such a strong flavor memory, I call it a flavor palace, of what hot Cheeto does taste like, that I can suck on a hot Cheeto, it instantly transports me to the place where I can recreate the flavor perfectly. It's like the lamest X-Men power. All this stuff in the Flamin' Hot thing, it's proprietary to Frito-Lay, it's secret, but we've decoded it. It's, simple flavor math.
Yeah.
You put like sour and salty and aromatic things in there, and eventually you just get to Flamin' Hot. Oh, and also a bunch of red dye number 40. So we're gonna take 3 bottles of this violently red food dye that apparently is linked to ADD in children, which makes a lot of sense.
Undiagnosed, but we're working on it together.
I don't think I have a deficit of attention. I think I have too much attention.
You think if we crunch next to a microphone, it'll pick it up and it's gonna be real loud? Hold on. Are you getting that, Chris?
ASMR mukbang.
I'm gonna read the ingredients. Enriched cornmeal.
There's so much salt and cheese and spice and MSG in this that keeps you craving it and coming back for more. It honestly is a really balanced spice in there, which is good because Richard Montañez, I believe, who's the inventor of Flamin' Hot Cheetos, whole story, he was like a janitor at Frito-Lay and came with this idea. He just took essentially like normal Cheetos and just threw like delicious chili powder on it. We decided we should add some ghost pepper.
A little, please.
So add ghost pepper.
I remember this part. This is 1/8 of a teaspoon. This is the one part of the recipe I remember.
Nicole changed this from a 1/4 teaspoon to an 1/8 teaspoon.
Can I tell you why? Last time we did this, the whole entire crew was dying and coughing, and I'm trying to look out for my team.
Yeah,
okay?
back then they didn't have masks on. Now they do. You're welcome. The citric acid, that's what's actually going to get in the lungs and make it burn when it sprays up there. Then onion powder, going to do a teaspoon of that
This is
as
so
well.
fun. I just stand here. No, this is
You do, Nicole, you do.
No, I like it.
Teaspoon of garlic, okay.
I'm enjoying this. You do it, and I just stand here and I talk about my job at Lush, which is super fun.
Yeah, tell me about Lush.
So when I used to work at Lush Cosmetics, I did a cover of Gucci Gucci by Krayshawn, but it was Toothy Toothy, and it was about Toothy Tabs, which is like an environmentally conscious replacement for tubed toothpaste.
I remember Nicole mentioning she did a Lush music video rap thing, but as someone who gets incredibly embarrassed for other people despite having no shame of my own, I have not viewed it.
I remember the first line. We've got aquatic with jasmine and Earl Grey tea. That's
1/4 teaspoon white pepper. White pepper's in a ton of different snack foods. And then
What
we're
the
gonna hit
fuck?
it with some butt milk. This is dehydrated milk, also known as buttermilk. So buttermilk's just gonna give you that like extra dairy kick. Stop! Give it!
You know that movie
Give it!
with Julia Roberts?
Aaron Brockovich?
No,
It's a
that
good
movie
movie.
whenever Richard Gere like shows her the jewelry and then he goes.
Yeah, the
Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's Pretty Woman.
No, you have to put this on top first. Okay, everyone, hold your breath. Ready?
And again, we got full written recipe in the description. It's not until we release the lid that we're gonna spray poison. I don't want to inhale any of it, so I'm gonna blow it towards you 3. I'm sorry. And not that bad. Is this what happens when you have a working spice grinder?
No, it's bad. It's bad.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
I got right in the nostril hairs.
Did you put maltodextrin in?
No, we need maltodextrin.
We don't need
that
that
is
much,
that
right?
is the thing that I forgot. Half teaspoon of maltodextrin.
Go for it.
This is what's really gonna aerosolize all of it.
Yes, which is really important whenever you're making spice blends, right?
It's true, yeah. So this is like essentially an anti-clumping agent. It's gonna prevent any moisture, and you might have some from dehydrated cheese. And so this is gonna like make it just really disperse evenly throughout the cornflakes. Alright, let's try it.
No.
I'm just gonna take a whole teaspoon. No, suck
What do I do?
Oh, you're suck,
Yeah,
suck
yeah,
the Cheeto.
Josh has been making me suck Cheetos since my first day. It has been a process where he literally puts a bag in front of me and he says, suck on the chips! So I get to learn how these flavor profiles exist.
Get the flavor memory in. And then I'll go to
That is spot on. This is probably my favorite talent of yours. Josh has some other talents. One of them being burping and talking at the same time. The second one is taking a shower in our sink. The third one, being a great guy. Is there one more?
hammer throwing, the Scottish 16-pound hammer. I plan on retiring from the kitchen and joining the professional Highland Games circuit. There's a bowl.
Wow, it's like even
We got a big bowl. It's hurting now. We got to put in the hot desk, so we're gonna take this and we're gonna make our own cornflakes. We're gonna infuse that into the cornflakes, and then we have to make a sort of like sugar glaze to get the frosting on the cornflakes.
Wow, this is so epic. I've never made cereal before from scratch. I'm super excited.
Do you know how to do it?
Do you know how to do it?
No.
Was I supposed to know how to do it?
I thought you were gonna do it.
I thought the whole point of the show is that you do everything and someone just stands here and like looks pretty.
I'm the pretty one.
Nicole, yeah.
You may be asking what 15-quart enemas have to do with cornflakes.
Never have I ever.
Yeah, you were asking with your eyes. So cornflakes were originally invented by John Harvey Kellogg at the Battle Creek Sanitarium. He was a doctor who had a bunch of weird theories about health and wellness. He thought a vegetarian diet without tobacco and alcohol and very low in sugar would cure people of all ailments, along with electric shocks to the eyeballs and 15-quart enemas. But his brother, Will Kellogg, just said, hey man, you got a pretty good breakfast product there, so he actually signed away the rights to Will Kellogg, and then Will Kellogg's signature actually became the Kellogg's logo. Eventually the brothers went to war with each other, there was a massive lawsuit, and Will Kellogg won. Me and my brother have a really similar story. Just about the water up to the bum hole. The other parts, no. We're taking
No, not 15 quarts.
It's like very thin kind of
That's
polenta in essence.
almost 4 gallons.
Mink have corn in it.
Yes.
Why is that, Josh?
Well, Nicole, I'm so glad you asked. That is because corn is by far and away the most subsidized crop in America. It's what's known as a cash crop along with soy and wheat.
Okay, nice.
And so corn is incredibly cheap to produce. How much are we putting in here?
I'll say one.
So people get mad when I talk about corn subsidies in the show, but I ain't stuff. Monsanto! So we're gonna add 3 tablespoons.
Wow.
Right?
Sugar?
Yeah. Okay. So the sugar is like just to sweeten it. Probably might help it like tighten up a little bit.
This is so interesting. I can't believe I'm learning how to make cereal on a show.
It's very cool, and you can take this into your own life, right? I mean, this is something so easy to do.
Probably never gonna do this.
Dump all the water in there, and we gotta let it soak for a bit, and then we're blending it.
Why are you asking me? This is your show, bro.
Maybe.
I think it needs more red.
Yeah, add more red, add more red.
Oh, my Band-Aid.
Yeah, Nicole's injured. She's playing through the fan. Yeah.
Keep on.
Whisk. That's looking red. Whoa, this is looking violently red. Nicole, do you think this could actually have a future on American store shelves?
Absolutely not.
I don't know. I mean, they make, bacon-flavored Kit Kats.
Yeah, but that's as a joke. I think this is.
Yeah. Oh, you want all that?
That looks like a pancake batter.
Alright, so we're using the coarse grain cornmeal here that we need to add to the blender after it hydrates a little bit, because obviously, the grain's gonna soak up some of that liquid. But actually, Dr. Harvey Kellogg, he invented. No, this is true. He invented plates.
Josh just made sustained eye contact with me for the first time ever.
I don't like eye contact. I found out.
That's crazy. I think Josh has issues maintaining eye contact because he's intimidated. I mean, wouldn't you be intimidated?
We're just gonna dump all this little pancake batter in there.
That noise was so off-putting.
It's a floppy plop. It's called a real floppy plop noise.
Oh no!
You can use this in any blender, Vitamix, super high-powered blenders. This is really just gonna
I hate
grind that up. Yeah, doesn't it suck working with the camera towards that? Nothing's ever on. Alright, that's great. We're just gonna crank it to high. Is it on high? There it goes. And then kind of give it a little jimmy jam. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna bake it at sort of a low heat to kind of dehydrate it and get it nice and crispy. He was a member of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Have you ever read the book The Blue Zones?
I don't rate Josh. Reading is hard for me because it's intimidating. I mean, wouldn't you be intimidated by a big, large book?
It's about different societies that have the longest life expectancy, and one of them is the Seventh-day Adventist.
Doesn't Japan have the longest life expectancy?
It does, and there's one community in Japan they really focus on.
Yes.
There's another one that's the Seventh-day Adventist community in Orange County.
Is this real?
Yeah, this is real. They follow a very healthy, traditionally vegetarian diet, and that's what the dude who invented cornflakes and 15-quart enemas and eyeball shocks was doing.
So, Seventh-day Adventists are vegetarians?
I believe. I mean, it depends. It's like saying, if you're Jewish, you don't eat pork. I get that with some bacon. We're just gonna take this, just take an offset and sort of spread it. I was gonna offset it. You're just doing that.
This
That's
is more fun.
It's like cray batter. I'll do the other one.
Josh, this is like arts and crafts.
So we're gonna be flaking by hand. We're gonna do the old hand flake technique.
Oh, okay. This is so fun.
We don't have.
This is my dream to work at a big plant, a large plant. I always wanted to work at a large.
You just want to be a factory worker?
I want to be in charge of that. If I ran a factory, I would run Kraft. You know, the big cheese man? That would be me. I'd be the big cheese man.
Essentially, we're baking this into like a giant cracker, and we're gonna bake this at a relatively low temperature for a long time.
This is so
really
cool.
get it dehydrated. We might need to throw it in the dehydrator, especially after we frost it.
Okay.
But I mean, this is the base of the cornflake, so it's, you know, traditionally what a cornflake would be made out of, except ours is gonna be a little bit spicy. So we're gonna fly this in the oven, 350 degrees, let it go until it looks nice and dehydrated. So we got the cornflakes out, so all we need to do is flake them by hand. But you should try one.
Kind of scared.
I want milk.
That is so interesting.
Yeah, right? I think the cornflake, but right now it's a little bit. Stop! Don't bludgeon it! Pick it by hand!
Why?
We are artisans. We are artisans.
Mom, heel strike it! Fear does not exist in this dojo.
No, sensei! Is Nicole gonna make me do push-ups on my knuckles again? John Harvey Kellogg was so proud of his enemas, but he was also very proud of
That's a frosted flake!
of the size of his flakes. So we're gonna try and keep nice large flakes in there.
Kind of looks like fish food.
Who do you think is winning a fight? Chester Cheetah or Tony the Tiger?
Chester is like more slick, so I think like he's really good at like jogging, like that.
Yeah.
But like Tony the Tiger is like raw.
Chester the Cheetah, I mean, he's a cool cat. He's walking with the sunglasses on. I feel he's got a switchblade somewhere. Tony the Tiger, he's, you know, all happy-go-lucky with kids. I think Chester would really shank Tony. I mean, right in the liver. Cut him deep. Pop him in the oven.
What the fuck, Joe?
Okay.
And then crisp them up even more. 3 layers of crispness.
Wow, this is so fun.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah.
It's a fun process.
I want to do this forever.
We're gonna start a cereal factory. Nicole's gonna be the union busting foreman.
Get back to work!
We're gonna try to create like a thin donut glaze. We're gonna put them in a spray bottle to try and like aerosolize it around this, get an even coat.
This is just wild.
So we're gonna add a little bit of warm water, and then we're gonna dehydrate all this. We're gonna whisk it up to where we're at. Yeah, keep going, keep going. And then we're gonna get this thin enough to be put into this, and then we're gonna spray it on there. We're gonna dehydrate it, so that way all the water is gonna evaporate and it's not gonna get soggy. And then it should just be left with like clear, sort of crystalline powdered sugar on there.
How did you come up with this?
The whole thought process behind it is like kind of just thinking about it as like a math equation, right? Like there is ditto with the actual kind of like dough batter that we made these with. Like when you put water in a recipe and then you put that in the oven, add heat to it, it'll dehydrate. So if you need to get a thin coating of sugar on there, we could just dust it with powdered sugar, but then it's not going to stick. So if you get a thin water-based solution that's a ton of sugar in it, then dehydrate, all the water is going to leave the system, you're going to be left with just dried sugar. That's
So
what,
cool.
Yeah, this is a violent red color. I like that. Do you think it's thin enough to spray? We'll see.
We're gonna have to see. I definitely put liquids thicker than this in a spray bottle and it hasn't worked, so...
Okay, you're just bragging now.
Do you want the pink top or the black top?
Pink.
Okay.
Good. I was a Spice Girls kid.
What Spice Girl were you?
Sporty, because I did sports.
If I could be any Spice Girl, I'd be Sassy Spice.
I would like to be trashy Spice, and not trashy in terms of personality, but I mean I physically wear trash bags on my body, and my whole persona is that I like to go dumpster diving for old pizza rolls behind the Ralphs.
Should I do it?
Yeah, it's right. Is it working? No, you gotta shake it. You gotta shake it harder.
What is this?
Press harder! Spray glaze is a proprietary method invented by... I'm gonna go ahead and shift blame to Nicole on this one and take all responsibility off my plate. What I would do is I would suck on the end to clear it.
Well, that's on you, honey.
But I don't...
Ew, ew, ew.
Don't watch it, man. I hear you taking yourself off me. I'm watching.
Now push with all your might. With all your might, Josh.
No,
This is going too smoothly anyways.
you got any bigger spray bottles? You've gotten a larger cleaning spray bottle. And it works. In that case, interesting. Go just spray the whole set.
You need to put powdered sugar on it at the same time.
Where's the thing?
Okay.
Wait, can I mix these things? Okay, I'm gonna mix some flamin' dust with powdered sugar, and then we're gonna dust these on. So we're gonna wet it with the sugar spray, and then we're gonna hit it with some of this red powdered sugar, and then it should dry into like a nice frosty pink.
This is so interesting.
Yeah. Spray and all dust. Yeah, no, wet it. And then we're gonna dehydrate. Yeah. This is how they do it in the factory.
What a weird factory.
You want one in the mouth?
Nope, I already did it myself.
I'm just gonna do this, sort of like shake them out. So this is what's giving us the frosting on the frosted flakes. This is what's gonna make Tony the Tiger crap, because otherwise he'll come haunt you in your dreams.
Oh no!
1, 2, Tony's coming for you. Cheetahs, I mean, they fully grown, they can only be like 70 pounds. And like, I'm a 210-pound man. Like, I feel like if I get a
They
cheetah on
would
the ground,
pounce on you
they
and
pounce.
rip your neck.
But they don't have, but I mean, if I'm cute. You know, like, you got the hands.
Like yourself.
Sorry. You gotta get them in.
That's it!
Cool, we got the flaming flakes. Ding! These are done. Let's take them out.
Wow, it's been 10 whole hours and we're wearing the same clothes and standing in the same spot. This whole episode was such a big effort, but I don't really think think it's gonna be a smash. I can't imagine those two flavors coming together and making an enjoyable meal.
Sweet heat! Don't.
Cereal snack?
Oh god, I was solids.
I mean, these are frosty. These are frosting on the outside.
Yeah.
You see the nice little curls, and we got some
There's a
awesome like
sheen.
big. That's incredible. It's like a lacquer. I do think it's gonna be a smash. I could see myself eating these flamin' hot frosted flakes in the morning. You know, something that will kind of put some pep in your step, get some spice in your life right in the AM. Eat it with coffee. I think it's gonna be pretty good. When you get that sweet frosted flake milk, we're gonna get like a spicy frosted flake milk.
Wow, that is an experience I have never tried before, but I'm open to trying anything once.
You know what's an experience? What?
No, you know, my mom's probably watching this.
Cut to the packaging. Alright, Nicole, we got
He's having too much fun.
They look like the perfect intersection between Frosted Flakes and Flamin' Hot Cheetos, but looks are only flake deep. Let's eat it.
Wish I had a laugh track. I'm like,
Milk yourself
That's
first.
so generous and you offer it to me.
Yeah. Now milk me.
Okay.
Thank you for.
no! How is he not getting sued?
So I like to let my cereal sit for at least 3 minutes.
I hate letting my cereal sit.
Well, we have to eat it at the same time.
Well, Josh,
we'll
you
compromise. 90
compromise.
seconds. Don't count down from 90. Fine, I'll eat it.
Thank you.
It's turning the milk pink already, which I think is really fun.
Yeah.
Remember, Nicole, we're gonna decide if this matches fast.
Eat it!
Judgment. I match my cereal. I make a fine cereal paste. I want the milk to try. Alright, fine, I'm eating it.
Oh, that sounds crispy good.
It's certainly something.
It's flamin' hot flakes.
It is indeed, and it's turning that milk a violent pink.
That's beautiful. Does the milk make you feel like a strong boy?
I got big muscles. Alright, Nicole, now we have to
Dude,
decide
his
if we
biceps.
patented smash or pass paddles, whether we think this is a successful snack baby.
Ready?
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. You're smash it!
Of course I am!
I'm a hard pass!
This is my whole life!
No.
Like, it's personified in a bowl.
This is incredibly spicy. It tastes exactly like cornflakes and Flamin' Hot Cheetos. However, I don't think that's a good thing. The Flamin' Hot hurts.
I think this is a revelation. I think this is one of the most impressive things we've made together. It
I
tastes
want
good.
some.
It looks good.
I want some. I would smash.
It's a smash, baby!
I'd smash it.
A really awesome thing.
I think they made an awesome box, too. Lest we forget about the dope box.
Zach put a word search on the back of it.
Oh my gosh, is there Josh?
I found Lug Co. I found Arg Fat. I found the pad.
Let's see if we
Nicole, thank you so much for joining us here on Snack Smash. And thank you all so much for joining us in the Mythical Kitchen. We got new episodes out for you every week. We got new episodes of our podcast, A Hot Dog is a Sandwich, every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcast. God, that Ghost Pepper's building. Hit us up on Instagram at Mythical Kitchen with pictures of your mythical dishes under hashtag Greens Become Food.
Why do you keep eating it if you don't like it?
You can cook up your own cheese for the Mythical Kitchen Maker. Available now at mythical.com.
We're gonna make some Cheetos and we're gonna fry them, and then oh god, I blew myself.
I did not see that coming.
Where dreams become food. Dreams become food. Welcome to Mythical Kitchen, where dreams become food. That was embarrassing. Please don't show them that. Alright, so no snack has taken the world by storm quite like Flamin' Hot Cheetos. But come here. What if I told you that in an alternate universe, fiery red Cheetos that burn stomachs, that stain keyboards, that send little Sam to the hospital never existed? What if I told you that somewhere out there there's an icy wasteland where Flamin' Hot becomes a little bit colder? Yeah, we're making freezing cold Cheetos. Let's do it. If you're following along at home, we have broken the recipe down into 3 easy steps. You can snag the time codes right there. Or we got a full written recipe down in the description below. Wow! Or, sorry, my mind was distracted because I thought it sounded like a seal. Or you can also listen to our podcast, A Hot Dogs and Sandwich. The latest episode just dropped yesterday, and you can find that everywhere you get your podcasts, every Wednesday, everywhere, every time, every day. Not every day. Well, you can listen to it every day. I listen to it before I go to sleep. It calms me down. Listen to Nicole's morning. That sounds creepy. So let's get cooking. Alright, so we're going to start off by making this freezing cold blue powder. I want to walk you through the thought process. So this is what we thought we could do. These are pure menthol crystals that on the internet said they were food grade. And then we look at the suggested uses, and it says spas, beekeeping, arts and crafts, and then says external use only. But I said I'd like to use them internally and put them inside my body. And then we called up the company, and they said, please don't put these inside your body. Use them for beekeeping. So we can't use pure menthol crystals. Maybe we can, but we're not gonna. What we're gonna do instead is we're gonna use a combination of icebreakers and Altoids. The thought here, right? We want to get the cool blue flavor of mintiness into these
corn
Cheetos.
snacks.
So I'm gonna take a bunch of mints and I'm just gonna dump them into our Vitamix. It looks like we're going Walter White on this in making some sort of illegal concoction, and we're not. These chips are not yet banned in states, but mayhaps they should be. So we're gonna dump about $60 worth of mints in here, and we're gonna blend her up. This is gonna take a bunch of blue food dye. This is a classic French recipe if I learned in culinary school. Oh, you must have done the Altoide. Altoide. Come on, Annalise, that's gold. Thank you. Got all our blue, gonna dump in all of our powdered sugar, and then just a little bit of cornstarch. I'm gonna add the cornstarch gradually. I'm talking like this is a real recipe that exists. Anyway, I'm gonna add the cornstarch gradually. I'm gonna keep a couple just in case. This doesn't blend up how I like it, because I want it to be very fine, but even if it's not very fine, I'm also gonna run it through a tamis in French to try and get any chunks out. But for now, let's just rip her up. Mega Blue! You're my boy, Blue! I'm inhaling a lot of blue dust. That's a good sign. Okay, so let's just... Wow. That is...
Minty fresh!
3 whole Altoids. And so now we're just going to run this through the strainer, try and get any chunks out. Yeah, there's a fair amount of chunks. So right now we're just going to pass this through. There's a lot of little gravel in there. And if you see, just getting the nice blue powder. God, this counter's going to be stained with blue for a long time. Sorry. It's like panning for gold. Did you ever pan for gold as a kid? Yeah, Nicole did. That's a California thing. Yeah, take you to the old Knott's Berry Farm and they make you pan for gold, then eat fried chicken. Uh-huh. We had the same childhood. Yeah, not fun. Alright, so this is looking nice and powdery. This is a perfect color. This is exactly how I want the Cheetos to look. Now, we're gonna make some Cheetos and we're gonna fry them, and then, oh god, I blew myself. Alright, so now we have to make our Cheetos. Here's the problem is we're not a giant machine that can provide thousands of pounds of force enough to actually puff the corn, because that's how Cheetos are made in the factory. I can try and palm heel strike this vegan bologna log as much as I want, nothing will happen. So we're gonna make Cheetos homemade in like the most lo-fi way. It's the only way we figured out how. So I'm literally covered in blue. This isn't coming off. So we're gonna take, this is a log of polenta. You can get it totally pre-made at the store. It's really fun if you slice it into little wedges and fry it. But we're gonna take it and we're just gonna crush it up with our hands into about a half cup of water. And so we're gonna get this kind of into a creamy polenta dough. We're kind of doing this in the way that you would make like a pâte à choux or a churro dough. Stick your hands right in the hot pot and kind of...
Are you churro about
so
that?
we're literally just making like plain flavored Cheetos, and then we're gonna get that into all of our blue powder. My hands are slick with polenta grease. Also, don't mix up polenta with placenta. You'll get some weird Amazon orders.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow, what is polenta, you might ask? Basically yellow grits. This is just ground, coarse yellow cornmeal. You could just try and make a dough completely out of cornstarch, and then it's gonna have this weird kind of like waxy, chalky taste to it. So we're trying to use this like coarse cornmeal to create a wet dough. What does a torn labrum feel like?
The
We're
fuck?
gonna take a couple of tablespoons of cornstarch. We're gonna get that in there. We are gonna be adding an egg white later once this cools to really give it some structure. No! I gesticulated too hard. I prematurely gesticulated. So you're gonna spill all the salt on the table, and then you're gonna kind of do a little wax on, wax off motion. I think it was a quarter teaspoon before. Now we're rocking like a 1/6 of a teaspoon. And we're just gonna toss that in there. And then I got a little bit of leavening agent. So this is just baking powder. That's just gonna give the Cheetos a rise. Then I'm gonna take this off the heat, stir this up, let it cool down, and then we're gonna add in that egg white. We want the protein to really give this dough a little bit of structure. So when we fry it, it holds up. Okay. Let it. I almost tried singing the song from Frozen, but then we get sued by that smug snowman. You know who you are. Olaf. Carrot ass nose. I've never seen the movie. I don't know. He dies, right? Alright, so we have our polenta that has come down to room temperature, and I'm just gonna add an egg white to it, because if you add the egg white to it while it's hot, it's gonna scramble the egg whites. Shut up, spoon! I have a combative relationship with my cooking equipment. So now we're just gonna slap this polenta around, because we don't own a whisk. We could just try and make a real sturdy dough, and believe me, we've tried. We tried a lot of methods. We tried piping and dropping it into the fryer in little lines. The way that we have figured out how is to do it by feel. It's like hand rolling pasta, where you just know if it feels right, and I'll show you what I mean. So we're gonna dump out just a whole lot of cornstarch onto this tray. The theory here is we want like a nice dense core of polenta, and then we want to get a hefty coating on the outside of cornstarch because that's what's gonna give it like that really crispy coating on the exterior. It's like when you use cornstarch in a batter for fried chicken. At least that is what the operation that we've been assuming under. So we're gonna take spoons and just make little tiny dollops. These individual dollops are going to be our Cheetos. They're gonna be pretty small. Yeah, a couple dollops in there. Do a dollop, do a dollop of Cheetos. New slogan. You know how you dollop Cheetos. So now, we got some dollops. We gotta work in batches because we're actually gonna hand roll the Cheetos individually and then drop them right from your hands into the fryer. If you see, this looks somewhat like a Cheeto, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of Oscar Robertson finger roll it. No one, Oscar Robertson? He played for the Bucks in like the 70s. Who's gonna get that reference? No one. I'm gonna Oscar Robertson kind of finger roll it right into the fryer, and we're gonna try and work in batches, working quickly to try and get these all fried roughly at the same time. But since this is a lot of cornmeal and a lot of cornstarch with a lot of moisture in there, these are gonna take a while in the fryer, so you can really kind of take your time with it. Yeah? Really make each one of these into your own Michelangelo's David. Without the schmeckles. Well, that's kind of the schmeckles. This is not the first time we made Cheetos. We did make Cheetos one time before, and I don't know what happened. What do you think happened? Because like we almost burned down the kitchen. Like we dropped the Cheetos in the fryer, and they literally started exploding. It sounded like mortar shells firing around us. And Nicole goes, "Help! Help! I think there's a big and strong. Come help!" But I'm like, "Oh, come help you, Nicole!" And then I just like threw a splatter guard, unplugged the fryer, and ran away. I also run from the face of danger. Alright, so Cheetos are frying. They are looking nice and crispy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out of the fryer. I'm going to try and drain the oil as much as possible, but we still want a fair amount of wetness, which is the essence of moisture, which is the essence of beauty, as you all know. And then we're just going to get them right into our blue powder. And then now you're going to go in with your hands, and you're just going to toss these around, and you should get perfectly blue coated Cheetos. You do want them to sit in there a little bit because some of the coating's really going to get absorbed by the oil. These are wet with oil. Well, you should probably let them cool down before you toss them next time. You don't make the mistakes that we did. But look at these. Looks like little cat turds covered in a chemical cleaning agent that rich people can afford to make the house smell better. You know what I mean? Alright, so we got our freezing cold Cheetos. We're gonna let these set up on a rack. We want them to cool to room temperature. And then all we got left to do is to eat it? Yeah, we'll eat them.
No!
Alright, we got all of our Cheetos coated. Look at how
dangerously
I don't know if I should
chilly.
say the word gorgeous, but they certainly are something. This is ludicrous. I'm gonna give it a try.
You made a cornbread man.
Perfect our method was. They're absolutely perfect. I mean, they stain your fingers blue just like Flamin' Hot Cheetos stain your fingers red. Probably wash that off. And you're getting hit with this just huge minty blast. Is it pleasant? No!
I didn't think it would be.
Garbage. What a terrible idea. I think it's hilarious, though. The mint with the corn is not a great combination. That said, it doesn't matter what I think. My opinions are all hot garbage. I hope you've listened to the podcast. You can hear all my hot garbage opinions there. No, it matters what Sound Guy Chris thinks. Sound Guy Chris. Oh, hey, Josh. Great to see you. All right, Chris. Sport cam coming in. I'm going right into the bag. It'll rummage around. How are we supposed to sport the Cheeto? Why do we think this was a good idea? I'm gonna get you a little nugget. All right, Chris. All right. Airplane coming in the hangar. Are my teeth that blue? Are my teeth that blue? It really is just like you just deep fried like an icebreaker. Like pretty much what we did.
Like it goes crunchy, but it's a more satisfying crunch.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of nice. I mean, I'm like wondering, like, do you think it's possible, like, will it remove the bags underneath my eyes, you know?
Don't do that, oh god, no, go to the
Well, you were talking about the spa earlier. I mean, this is that kind of same thing, right?
And for beekeeping.
Yeah.
I guess if you got any bees at home, you grab some menthol crystals, make some freezing cold Cheetos. Chris, thank you so much for scarring your body and your mouth for us, and thank you so much for stopping by the Mythical Kitchen. We got new episodes out for you every week. We got new episodes of our podcast, The Hot Dogs and Sandwich, out every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcasts. Hit us up on Instagram at Mythical Kitchen with pictures of your mythical dishes and your hashtag dreams become food. I'm gonna blue myself again.
Oh no, don't say that.
You can cook up your own feast while wearing the Mythical Kitchen apron, available now at mythical.com. We've all been burnt by that. You order a large pizza and you down it and you're like, I need another one.
Okay, we've seen this. This is... Oh no, wait, this is the last one.
You never done that? Oh, I've done that.
Okay. This is 27 out of 27. Let's see what's going on here. Thought that was the last one.
Welcome to Mythical Kitchen, where dreams become food. You know what they say, any pizza can be a personal pizza if you're sad enough, and that has nothing to do with the actual show. That's just a cry for help.
Yippee!
Today we teach you how to make 3 regional pizza styles that you've probably never heard of. If you have heard of them, complain in the comments like I know you were already planning on doing. Be like, actually, I've heard that one. My grandfather's from outside of Scranton, and so a lot of people have to know about that. But that said, you can take these pizzas, you can show them to your friends, you can save on airfare by just making them at home, so you don't have to fly to Old Forge, Pennsylvania. Do you think Southwest flies to Old Forge, Pennsylvania? Wow, fair enough. In that case, we've broken this down to 3 easy steps, aka 3 different pizzas. You can stack the time codes right there. We also got full written recipes down in the description. Let's have ourselves a pizza party. Let me take you on a journey to Old Forge, Pennsylvania. It is a magical city. It's a village of 8,300 people, 5 miles southwest of Scranton proper in Lackawanna County, home to our very own sound guy, Chris Marino. Sound guy, Chris Marino. Hey, go, Chris! You're more than a sound guy, but you're my sound guy. This man has seen my nipples more than anybody else on this set. You gotta put the mic near the nipples. It's not like I don't like go out of my way to. I don't like see Chris in his car in the morning. Hey, Chris, here's the nipples. Point is, Chris's sister Leah actually went down to a pizzeria in Old Forge to ask them about the recipe, and then gave that to us, which is really fantastic. The cool thing about Old Forge Pizza is that they consider themselves the pizza capital of the world, which for me is freaking awesome. I love when you get these like small towns that not only have like pride in their regional food, but also incredible confidence. Right, like you got New York a couple hours away, obviously the entire country of Italy, but no, the pizza capital of the world is in Old Forge. I'm about to show you why. So, this is called pizza dough. This is a classic dough, simple water, salt, olive oil, sugar, yeast, bread flour. And right now we're gonna start making an Old Forge stuffed white pizza, which is one of the many Old Forge pizza styles. There's kind of like 2. There's the stuffed pizza and then the non-stuffed pizza. What makes it really interesting is that one, it's baked on a tray, and they actually call a whole pie a tray. So you go and get a tray of pizza, and if you want to slice, they call it a cut. Well, that's one of the reasons I love these like regional foods, that they just kind of have their own like internal lingo that kind of like means nothing, but they're very particular about it. I always thought that was the case when I went to Philly and I tried to order a cheesesteak, and I was like, give me a whiz wit. I was like, what? I was like, whiz wit. I saw on a Travel Channel show you say whiz wit. And they're like, you want a cheesesteak with cheese whiz and onions? I was like, yeah, give me the whiz wit, Tony. And the guy was like, my name's Angelo. I was like, all right, Tony. Boys. This is a stuffed pie. It kind of almost starts like a focaccia a little bit. We're gonna take a whole lot.
Yo, I could go for some focaccia. Like a Sicilian or a Detroit style. Oh my god.
It's actually gonna get really nice and crispy, and then we're going to stuff it with all of these cheeses right here. And
all this Meshitero is making.
To the cheeses, I can't lift my hands. It's just douse in oil, lube up all the way around. All right, great. So continue stretching out this dough. Give it a nice little fist assist. So they call it in Old Forge. They give it the fist assist. They go, Tony, give it the fist assist. And then Tony from Old Forge, Pennsylvania goes, my name's Angela. Nice and lubey. Oh, this is just a wet and oily dough. I love that. All right, all right, all right. Dough is stretched out across the pan. First layer. Oh, that oil makes it slick. Jesus, pecan. Pea. Pecorino. No, it's provolone. That's the problem with mnemonic devices. If there's multiple cheeses that start with P. So we have. I forgot it again. We have provolone cheese going in there. That's not gonna BS yet. Could be any one of these. I'm gonna say this one. Oh, I'm gonna add it to a bowl first because I want to get the cheese evenly mixed up. So we got provolone cheese going in there, and then mozzarella. Provolone's gonna give you like a little bit of a sharper taste than mozzarella. Mozzarella's there for all that delicious salt and that texture. And then we got pecan, cheddar, white cheddar. White cheddar is going to go in there, and that is part of what makes Old Forge pizza that it is. They often use Cooper's cheddar. We could not get Cooper's cheddar. That is one of the cheeses that makes Old Forge pizza what it is. And then finally, American, which I know a lot of people craft American cheese. You have heard me defend American cheese 1,000 times. This isn't the Kraft American singles type of stuff. This is the stuff that you get in a big old block from the deli that's basically a cheddar cheese that's been like thinned out with dairy additives. That gives it a really fantastic like melty silkiness that's just going to go all throughout this pizza. So now we're going to take all of this cheese. We're just going to pile this in the middle of this dough. And then off in the Old Forge white stuff pile, we'll get stuff with things like broccoli, onion, spinach. I'm not going to do the broccoli, but I am going to go onions and spinach right now. Just going to lay a nice little bed of onion going through. I like a good old white veg pie. Like, the white pizzas that I do enjoy are the ones that are like this, that are just filled with so much cheese, so many veggies, they got so many different flavors going on. Here at Tony's Pizzeria, we don't. Not all Italian-American men are named Tony. Okay, I'm just going to lay this on top. Fold it down and around, and then we're gonna pinch it and sort of even it out everywhere. There we go. Just keep pinching. You really want to seal it, prevent. You're gonna get some cheese oozage. That's just a fact of life. We live in Old Fort, Pennsylvania. I really want to go though. That'd be fun as heck, right? Just take like a food tour of a place that claims to be the pizza capital of the world. Oh, dude, we need to make Burbank the food capital of the world or something. There's that place, Eaton Park, that says they have the world's best omelets. We could be the omelet capital of the world. Come to Burbank, enjoy our omelets. You might see Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer. There we go. Now it's bad boys ready for the oven. But, well, hey, almost. Oh, hold on. Almost ready for the oven. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a mixture of oregano. What was in there? I think I poured it into water. I did. I made it. This is called the Old Forge Pizza Smoothie. So we have a spice mixture. It's black pepper, oregano, garlic powder, a little bit of salt. I'm gonna take some more olive oil and massage this on top of the dough. Beautiful. And I'm gonna take some of the spice mixture. I'm gonna kind of do one of these. Yeah. And now we're gonna take some dried rosemary here and sprinkle that on top. Boom. Now it's ready for the oven. We're gonna pop this in the oven at 400 degrees for. Now it's ready for the oven. We're gonna pop it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 15 to 18 minutes, depending on your oven. We'll check back. Now you're gonna come on a mile-high club journey with me to Denver, Colorado, where the next pizza originated. Actually, it didn't. It's Idaho Springs. This pizza style is actually a little bit controversial because it's like kind of unclear whether it's an actual regional pizza style or if it was just one really enterprising pizzeria called Bojo's that started in Idaho Springs, Colorado in 1971. They seem to have just like invented the myth behind the Colorado mountain style pizza, but they insist it's a real regional style, and it is actually really unique. So it starts with either a honey white crust or a honey wheat crust. I'm going to be saying honey a lot because they put it in everything. There's honey in the sauce, there's honey in the dough, and then they serve the crust covered in honey. They say it's like a built-in dessert. And what they do is they actually braid the crust. So we're going with honey wheat right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a slit in the crust, and then I'm just gonna start braiding it. You're just gonna fold that over, and then you're gonna pleat the dough onto itself like a soup dumpling. And the whole thing is that it's designed to hold, quote, a mountain of toppings, hence Colorado mountain pie. You know, you're in the cold Colorado winters, you need a big old pie to keep you warm, I guess. I don't know. They actually sell it by the pound too, so like you don't go order a small, medium, or large. You get 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pounds, 4 pounds, 5 pounds. That's like how you know how much food you're getting, right? We've all been burnt by that. You order a large pizza and you down it and you're like, I need another one. You never done that? You braided it, and now I'm gonna kind of like push it out, just trying to seal those braids in there. And now this is gonna create the, I suppose, rocky mountain crust border for all the toppings we're about to add to this thing. So we're gonna take pizza sauce, which has local Colorado honey. We're gonna mound that in the middle. So I don't know if I need my food to have a built-in dessert. What if other foods came like that? Like you just get a steak that's just like wrapped in a Cinnabon. They're like, yeah, and then you unravel the Cinnabon from the steak and that's your dessert. I do think it's really cool though. Honey on pizza is like kind of a trendy thing. But Bojo's started in 1971, Colorado, or Idaho Springs. What is Idaho Springs in Colorado? No answers? From the peanut gallery? Alright, so we are making them up.
You know what? Idaho, not them.
The entire point
Just
of
kidding.
Bojo's pizza is that it is just loaded with toppings. So we're gonna take some veggies. We got some red onion here. Scatter that around. We gotta be judicious because there's a lot going on. We're gonna take our green peppers. A couple chunks there, and it's kind of like reminiscent of like a Chicago-style deep dish pizza, except that has, you know, like the cornmeal-infused crust. It's got like the raw sauce on the bottom, and it's built almost like a casserole. This is just like a thick, fat, ooey pizza. This is that big, just caboose-style pizza. You get some bacon on there. Yeah. Did I forget to freaking put cheese on it? Dude, what is wrong with me? I'm gonna get a couple layer of toppings underneath the cheese. Oh. We're gonna mound cheese on there. Oh, whatever. We're cooking this on a perforated pan, which is what Bojo's does, which is how you get like less steam creating on the bottom, so it stays nice and crispy. Now I'm gonna take crumbled Italian sausage, nice heaping help in the sausage. Man, there's a lot of meat going on this. I'm gonna take some meatballs, kind of break them in half, just tuck some whole meatballs on there. What? Gonna put a couple Ronies on there. Hold on, we're almost done, I swear. God, we're not. Some Canadian bacon, and the whole point is that it's loaded with toppings. Let's just get a couple more vegetables on top, just for color and fun. Wow, that's a. Kind of gotta mash it down a little bit. There we go. All right, we're gonna pop this in the oven. It's going at about 500 degrees for about 14 minutes. Check back.
Montanara.
Alright, so we had Colorado-style mountain pizza, and now we literally have the Italian version of mountain pizza. It's literally called Pizza Montanara. It's from the mountains outside of Naples, Italy. That's at least one story. The other side of the story is that it was invented in Naples for mountain-style people. The point is, the thing that makes this pizza really, really cool is that it's a typical Neapolitan pizza dough, which is like what a lot of people consider the best pizza in the world. I probably consider it the best pizza in the world. They take that and then they fry it, which to me is the most American thing possible. And for whatever reason, it hasn't really caught on and become popular in America till now. That'd be like, it'd be pretty cool if like it did it, but like I probably won't, you know, like I probably cut it for something, you know. Anyways, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a typical Neapolitan style dough right here. That's just olive oil, salt, yeast, flour. Is there sugar in Neapolitan dough? Maybe a little bit of sugar. Just you have to let the yeast go. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take this and we're just gonna shape it by hand as they do in Naples, and then we're gonna take it and we're gonna fry it in oil, and then you take that out and you top it with the buffalo mozzarella, you get the pecorino romano, and then a little bit of a very simple sauce. It's just crushed tomatoes, garlic, and salt, a little bit of fresh.
I love pecorino.
Style. This is what I'm really excited for. This was the excuse to do this episode. Really, I'm really stoked on this. Keep the shape of that crust, but still want some structural integrity to the dough. You're using the gravity to really stretch out the dough here, and you're using your fingers to sort of create a little bit of a crust that should puff up, but not too much. There we go, that's looking better. So, we take our pot of oil right here, and obviously you use like a big, wide pot of oil, and you probably can't drop this in like a normal deep fry. There is actually another style of pizza from Naples that is fried pizza called pizza fritte, which is like a stuffed pizza. It's like the Italian version of a hot pocket that they deep fry, and that's also delicious. But I love that this resembles the Neapolitan pizza in all shapes and forms, except this is deep fried. You got that little saturation of oil. Bellissimo! I'm very Bargnani, no. This is a basketball player. I'm very Pirlo, El Mago, the magician. It's getting there. Alright, cool. So now, I'm just gonna lovingly and carefully get that into the oil. There we go. And now we're just gonna wait a couple minutes and it's gonna fry up really nice, and then just gonna give it one of them. There you go. See, with the high heat from the oil, you get like such incredible rise from it immediately. This is the stuff that I live for. Deep frying a whole pizza. This is not to be confused with the Scottish pizza crunch, which is a pre-made pizza that is then deep fried and served with something called brown sauce, because British food, they got things like brown sauce. I like British, you know, no culture has bad food. Everyone's figured out over like thousands of years that like good food is good and should be a thing, but like, come on, brown sauce? What's that? Alright, so now we're gonna take this and we're gonna flip it and get the underside of that cooked. That's awesome. You see this crispy, crackly crust that we got right here? Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna give it one more flip. I think one more flip with the hands. There we go. That's what we're looking for. We want that golden brown color. We shut the heat, fry it for about another 30 seconds, and then we're out and we're into the oven. Alright, and a 1, and 2, and how do you do? We're out. Beautiful. Just gonna let that drain there. Now, oh god, I'm just gonna pick it up and we're just gonna shake the hot oil off of it. This is fun for me. Alright, now, I forgot I'm greased up with the hot oil. Alright, so we're gonna take some of that very simple tomato sauce. We're just gonna sort of lather that around this fried crust. I mean, that dough is such an incredible texture. You know what the texture of the dough reminds me of? Something that all Italians grew up with, which is the caramel apple empanada from Taco Bell. As we all know, one of my favorite textures in all of food is fried things soaked in juice, and this really satisfies that. Alright, beautiful, beautiful. Now we take some of this buffalo mozzarella. I milked the buffalo myself. I'm just gonna say no, I'm getting the buffalo milk.
Oh, damn!
What am I talking about? I'm gonna take some pecorino. Me and the sheep actually mutually milked each other for this one. Just gonna grate a little bit of that on the cheese. You can always add more when we're donezo. Then now, we're gonna take this with our hands, and we're just gonna pop it onto a pizza stone just to melt the cheese. Goodbye, fried pizza. Do we have any burn cream? I feel like a proud papa looking down at his 3 large, strong daughters. All competitors in the world's strongest woman competition. This is cool, man. This is bringing a tear to my eyes. This is like actually the reason why I love food. It's like your expression is, screw it, I'm just gonna top this with basil and cheese. I'm gonna grate cheese on top. I just pizza montanari, get some of that fresh pecorino on there. Beautiful, beautiful. Just a little bit. Don't want to overpower it. And then we're gonna take a couple leaves of fresh basil. Man, these are the biggest basil leaves I've ever done seen. I'm gonna eat them now, and I'm not sharing with anybody. You get one Little Caesars hot and ready to share amongst yourselves. Now is the best part of the episode where you just get to watch me eat 3 whole pizzas by myself. We're turning this into a mukbang. I was about to say I'm putting the bang in mukbang, but I don't like where that was going. But I still said it to you, so let's try it. Let's cut into this here Old Forge style pizza. Beautiful crackly crust on that. Oh, that's looking fantastic. You can just see all that oil and cheese oozing out. Who do I show this to Morgan? Morgan, come look at all this freaking cheese and oil just oozing out of that pizza right there. It smells freaking delicious. Honestly, the American cheese is what I'm most excited for in this, and then also that little bit of salt on top. Ooh, oh, a nice crackly crust on the bottom. God dang it.
This man's making me hungry. I might get a snack after stream.
It's like spanakopita, garlic bread, and pizza where it's in like a beautiful orgiastic 3-way with each other. Like they don't know where the fuck it's coming from, baby. Like garlic bread's over here, he's touching and rubbing, you know, the spanakopita's like, hey, let me get...
Yo, speaking of spanakopita, like, I don't know if everybody in the streams knows this, but like, I have, dude, I haven't talked about it in so long. Like, voice to taste synesthesia, which is where my dumb idiot dog brain makes this connection between when I listen intently to someone's voice when they're talking and some sort of flavor or aroma. And when I think of Spanakopita, I think of the lead singer of Weezer, Rivers Cuomo. His voice makes my brain think of Spanakopita. It's weird, but I like it.
Getting in on the action.
For those who don't know, Spanakopita is like a phyllo pastry like dish with like cheese and spinach all throughout it, layers. Yeah, it's Greek.
God dang, that's good. On the next one.
This is what they do at Bojo's. This is the point. They give you honey with every pizza, and you're gonna lather up the crust in honey for a built-in dessert. They're squirting honey all over the pizza. Squirting and three. What are we doing? What? How do you even cut into this guy? This is a freaking. It looks like a normal pizza, but it's just like 9 times denser than all the other ones. All right. Freaking rip this slab out of here. Oh, this is a brick. That's just fat brick boy. He's leaking pizza on the other pizza. Hold on, I'm gonna go crust first. Get some honey on there.
Come on, that's quick. Come on, that's quick. The honey wheat, it's like a Subway bread. When you get the honey wheat from the Subway, it tastes more like a cake. That's what this is, bro. This cake pizza. That's awesome. I'll jump in. This is. No, don't be able to do my job.
Colorado Mountain Pizza said there's no problem with pizza, but I'm gonna fix it anyways. By God, it did it. It did. I mean, honestly, the crust is just this giant levy. You saw how many damn toppings I put on this. This is like 3 pounds. It's a tiny little dense thing, but it still eats like a pizza, which is not the case with most Chicago deep dish pizzas. Like, this is a holding up. This is a freaking banger. And then,
You already know I got my eyes on this bad boy.
all right, I'll just feel the crackliness coming through that crust.
Crackly.
I have my eyes on you. Maybe I saw you from across the.
Dude, is this guy on crack? I don't know, but he's funny.
Look at that. Look at
Yeah.
that. Look at.
And he knows how to
that
cook.
leakage, that seepage, that ushy gushiness. This one takes the cake for me. It's such a because it has the flavor profile of a Neapolitan pizza, which for me is my favorite. That slightly watery tomato sauce with the buffalo mozzarella just gives it this nice juice, and then all that's soaked up by the freaking fried dough, man. This is my favorite thing that we've done on the show. Like, for real, like, I don't know if you saw the joy, or I don't know if what the emotion that I was emitting could be read as joy, maybe like a feral animosity, but these are all freaking good, man. We knocked them all out of the park, in my humble opinion. I ain't never been to no Old Forge, still don't really think the place exists. I don't even know if Chris has a sister. Honestly, I never met her. You? You ever met her? Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope you learned something about regional pizza styles. I sure did. I enjoyed that. I really like stuffing them straight into my throat and kind of eating without chewing, doing a lot of heavy breathing about it. Thanks so much for stopping by. We got new episodes out every week. My face is covered in honey and oil. A new episodes of our podcast, A Hot Dog is a Sandwich, every Wednesday. Every
Honey and
podcast.
oil.
Hit us up on Instagram at Mythical Kitchen under hashtag Dreams Become Food. Just like, Chris, the microphone slipped down. Can I just finish? We're so close. Can I just do this? Just like Andrew did. Andrew said he makes pizza all the time with a little assist from some Palm Hill strikes on the garlic and a little bit of praying to patron saint of Doe Trevor. He and his.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up here because I am hungry. We've been doing this for over 2 hours. It's 11:11. Oh, I get my wish from earlier. Cool. And yeah, we're gonna wrap this up and try to find. You know what? I don't think there's anyone here right now, so I'm not gonna bother with a raid. So ending soon. Yo, thank you everyone who came out. Raiders, Coma, anybody else who's in chat watching. I thank you very much. We're gonna stop it here. I'll upload the VOD sometime tomorrow. In the meantime, good night and gosh bless.